where another ex-girlfriend lives and her now new partner. He does not shoot or kill the girlfriend, but he shoots and kills the new partner. So at this point, we now have 3 homicide scenes and also an ag assault scene at Palmetto Trace. Investigators are constantly getting information. We know right away that the suspect is Javante Bryce. The family has been very cooperative. They tell us exactly what's going on. We find out that he possibly has another ex-girlfriend in the state of Georgia and that he is now traveling to that state to kill her. We put out a statewide BOLO. Luckily, sheriff deputies with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office spots the vehicle that Mr. Bryce is driving. They stop him. He immediately gets out of the car and starts firing upon them. They return fire, shooting and killing him there in Hamilton County. And that's where everything ends. I can't really go into all the details. I have talked to Sheriff Reed out of Hamilton County to make sure those deputies are okay. They are, they're fine. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement will be investigating that deputy-involved shooting there in Hamilton County. But that's what we know right now. We don't know a motive, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know what set this man off. We don't know why he chose to kill his loved ones. And we may never know, but we're going to continue to investigate. It's a very fluid and active investigation, and we're trying to get all the answers to the questions that we all have. So that's where we're at right now, and I'll take any questions that you may have.
Sheriff, you spoke with some witnesses at the motel. They said that it took, they estimated 20, 30 minutes for officials and police and the EMTs to get there. Do you have an estimate of how long it actually took and why that was, if it did take so long?
No, I don't believe that's correct. We'll give you the arrival time of all the personnel involved. You know, the deputies were, dispatched, and I don't know exactly when we got the call, about 9:17, but we'll get those times to you.
When you talk about his past state, just going through some court records, it looks like he had some run-ins with some mental health and even some injunctions just out of concern.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, just based upon what we can read into now, he had some BOP warrants. He has a burglary with an assault. He had some a domestic violence case with strangulation. As far as his mental state of being, I'm not really sure what kind of issues he may have dealt with in the past. We'll still be investigating all of that.
Can we talk about the last few days? Maybe what have you learned about where his whereabouts, what he's been doing just in the last few days?
Yeah, we haven't really had time to find all that information out. Understand that really the people that are close to him that can give us that information are devastated right now. They're dealing with a mother of several children that is now deceased, a cousin. So they're going through a lot right now, and hopefully we're able to kind of interview them and get some more information on what he may have been going through the last few days prior to this tragic event.
Sheriff, you said the sister was able to talk about her shooting the mother of his child at the first location. Can you give us any more detail about how that went?
Yeah, he just went in there to kill her for what reason we don't know. He asked if he could take a shower. She declined. She said no. But I don't know how she was able to talk him down. She seems to be the only one, at this point that was able to do that.
And what kind of weapon did he have, and do we know where he got it?
Yeah, it was a handgun. We don't know where he got it. It was a revolver, I think a 38 or something close to that. So, and that's we're assuming that's what he used to fire on the Hamilton County deputies as well.
And did they? Did he fire back, and none of them got struck?
No, they're fine. He initiated the fire. He came out of the car shooting at those deputies. And Tim, I can't get into everything because it's still being investigated by FDLE, so you know how that goes. But they returned fire, from my understanding, after he fired on them.
I talked to several people who made 911 calls. Are you going to be releasing those calls?
Yeah, we'll be releasing everything as soon as we can.
When you talk about, too, just looking at his Facebook page, it seemed like on his Facebook page, he was kind of detailing what he was gonna do. There were so many people who were trying to reach out to him. How important will that be in the investigation?
It'll be very important to maybe get some more information on what he was thinking at the time, why he was acting in this manner, and really what he seemed to have an agenda. He knew exactly who he wanted to kill, and he did not have a hard time locating them.
The Clover roadway that the Hamilton County deputy encountered him on, was it highway or?
I'm not really sure.
Do we have an idea of the time difference between each shooting and how deputies could have responded, between each one?
Well, I can tell you that the first call in relation to the homicide at the Motel 6 came in at 9:17, right? So that's East Manatee County. That's by the interstate. We then got a call of the shooting in the city of Palmetto at 9:40 p.m., and then we got a call of the shooting in the city of Bradenton at 10:04 p.m.
I spoke to several people at the motel who were saying that they believed that the situation was regarding a custody battle. Do we know if he had custody of his kids or, any situation like that?
Yeah, I don't know how anyone, quite honestly, at that hotel could have any accurate information. Inside that room, it's his mother, his two sisters, and the mother's boyfriend. So none of the children that belonged to him were in that room.
How many children does he have?
We believe 12. That's the number we have right now.
Was he by himself when he was going to Hamilton County?
He did have a female with her. She's being interviewed at this time, and she'll be interviewed by our investigators as well. We don't know her relation to him at this point, but she was in the car with him when the shootout took place in Hamilton County.
How crucial was it to get to him before he made it to Georgia? I mean, not only to prevent any more killings, but how would that have complicated the process for you guys if he did make it across state line?
Well, I mean, I think that the main focus for us is to save a life. If he would have ended up being arrested in Georgia, that's just, procedure. That would not have been an issue for us. Eventually, we would have gotten him back to Manatee County. The main thing is we were able to save that ex-girlfriend from being shot and killed. And I really want to praise those deputies from Hamilton County and Sheriff Reed for